Welcome back to the channel, guys. So peeps, we know that recently news broke, released by the JCF, that a shipment destined for Jamaica, destined for Montego Bay, of 119 guns, 4 rifles and 115 pistols were intercepted by border protection agents at the Miami International Airport in the United States. Now, normally when shipments like these are intercepted, one of the things that I normally ask, why has nobody been arrested? Somebody would have shipped it and somebody would have been the consignee who was supposed to receive it. So why was no arrest made? Turns out though that law enforcement officials in the United States, in conjunction with law enforcement officials in Jamaica, repackaged the barrels, put other items in the barrel and shipped it to Montego Bay with the hope of having somebody come collect it. Turns out that nobody did. The 2 barrels that were intercepted in the United States last month with an arsenal of 119 guns and more than 200 rounds of ammunition destined for Jamaica were repackaged with other goods and allowed to continue to Montego Bay, Jamaican law enforcement sources have revealed. According to one source, the move was part of a covert attempt by American law enforcement operatives to apprehend persons linked to the shipment. The source revealed that the barrels had been under the watchful eyes of the American law enforcement agents and personnel from the Jamaica's Counterterrorism and Organized Crime C-TOC division since they arrived in Montego Bay last month. However, it is reported that no one has come forward to collect them. Assistant Commissioner Fitzbailey, who heads C-TOC, declined to comment when contacted. "I have no comment on the matter," he said. After days of surveillance, law enforcement insiders said the joint team moved in recently to retrieve the barrels. It is reported too that the investigators collected forensic and other evidence they believe can lead them to persons connected with the shipment. After news broke about the interception, it became apparent that 2 ladies were involved. It is believed that a lady had shipped the barrels, 2 barrels, and a lady in Montego Bay should have been the receiver of the barrels. You understand? The People's National Party has, however, come out and released a statement suggesting that the recipient of the shipment in Montego Bay was a former employee of the Granville Councilor, PNP representative Michael Troupe. The opposition People's National Party has confirmed reports that the woman listed as the intended receiver of the mega shipment of guns and ammunition seized by law enforcement in Miami, Florida, was an employee of one of its councillors in St. James. In a release, the PNP said the woman was employed to councillor of the Granville Division, Michael Troupe, but left his employ 3 months ago. The PNP did not say whether the woman is a member of the party. Meanwhile, it urged both local and US law enforcement agencies to swiftly determine the veracity and culpability of individuals involved in the large shipment of illegal weapons that were destined for Montego Bay, where there has been a dramatic increase in killings since the start of the year. On Wednesday, December 6th, the Jamaica Constabulary Force reported that US law enforcement seized 119 firearms and 267 assorted rounds of ammunition during a search of a container at the Miami International Airport in Florida on November the 13th. Among the weapons were 4 high-powered rifles and 115 pistols. The lawyer of Michael Troupe, Henry McCurdy, has come out to say that his client is perturbed and upset by people on social media trying to establish a link between himself and the shipment of the guns. You understand? His lawyer is claiming that his client knows nothing about the shipment. I mean, every lawyer would do that still. You understand? So this is what the lawyer had to say. Henry McCurdy, the attorney for Granville Division Councillor Michael Troupe, says his client is perturbed by social media claims seeking to link him to the mega seizure of 119 guns and ammunition destined for Jamaica. According to McCurdy, Troupe is in no way connected to the matter. In an interview, McCurdy said the police have not yet expressed an interest in the St. James Council. There have been claims online that a Montego Bay woman who was said to be linked to the case is a former employee of Troupe. But the attorney says neither he nor Troupe has any information to verify whether the woman is the same one who was employed by the council. McCurdy also says Troupe has not been in contact with his former employee since she walked off the job about 3 months ago. many persons might be scratching their head and no wonder who is this Michael Troupe fellow and what is his possible link or connection to the situation. Michael Troupe is no saint. I am not sitting here suggesting that Michael has anything to do with the shipment, but this is just some background information on one Michael Troupe. In 2012, while serving as the Deputy Mayor of Montego Bay, Troupe and his son were taken into custody by the anti-lottery scam police and accused of illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. 2 PNP councillors were arrested during an early morning raid in St. James. Troupe, the councillor of the Granville Division, and Sylvan Reid, a first-time councillor of the Salt Spring Division. The 2 men were detained during simultaneous operations led by the anti-lottery scam task force in the communities of Pitford, Granville, and Cornwall courts. 3 other men, including 2 of Troupe's sons, were also taken into custody. Troupe, his sons, and Reid were detained on conspiracy to defraud. The police reported that a large sum of money and a firearm was found at the Deputy Mayor's Granville home during a pre-dawn raid by the lottery scam task force. Troupe was freed, but his son was convicted. Jeffon was sentenced to 2 years in prison for illegal possession of a firearm and fined $2 million for illegal possession of ammunition. Michael Troupe has had other brushes with the law. In 1997, Troupe was accused of murdering PNP activist Colin Crabbit Clark. He was freed of that charge.
Beat and teach, so beat and teach, so beat and teach, 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 beat and teach.
In Robert Greene's book, The 48 Laws of Power, Law 5 says, so much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. So whether or not Mr. Michael Troupe have anything at all to do with that shipment or know of it, his reputation would suggest that people will be quick to point fingers at him. You understand? Because his past precedes him, if you want to put it that way. He has never been convicted on any of these accusations, but he has been charged and brought before the courts. Yes, he has been freed. But as I said, so much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Gospel that. You understand what I say? So nobody went to pick up the package, but you don't know, because somebody would have called somebody and say it was intercepted, so don't go pick it up. Because we know all the things run off. We know the things set up. You understand what I say? Just a pity though. Just a pity though. So peeps, I mean, many persons will formulate opinions and ideas and theories based on names that are being called and affiliations and links. You understand what I say? The truth of the matter is that I have always been somebody who has said that the spate of killing and the increased murder rate in Montego Bay and Western Jamaica is inextricably linked with lottery scamming, and it might even have some political undertones to it. You understand? This is a man who has been implicated in lottery scam and illegal possession of firearm before. However, he was not convicted on either of those charges. So, I mean, people are free to speculate. I will just leave it right there and see how it develops from here. Interesting. You know, as the saying in Shatter said, you say police, politician, and pastors, but not just none of them boy, the road boy. Gone. This video was made possible through the continued generosity of my patrons. To become a patron, follow the link in the description below. Thank you for watching the video. Drop a like and a comment down below, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so as yet. Until next time, walk good.